Okay, guys, welcome to the 21metrics breakfast. This morning with George here, and George is
Hey guys.
actually in Bali, and he will talk about his event Flow Bali today. But first,
Yeah.
I want to mention our partner AI and its new trading bot. Go check it out. I will add the link to the show notes. But George, you are now in Bali, Indonesia. Can you talk about it a bit, or
Yeah.
you have
So
this
we one of
event?
our projects as part of Mint Ventures is called Calis. So the project got selected for the program. It involves a lot of things regarding wellness and business development. It's funded by the Solana Foundation, and also a lot of AI startups, advocates, Web3 people are coming together to kind of synergize. I do see very interesting trends like during the program in terms of like how startup develop and how founders look at Web3 nowadays. Most importantly, I think this kind of the sport startup scene is really now embracing Web3. There's no doubt about that. Um, I've seen also a bit of more mature gaming projects that are going things that are much more in the sense of coherent game mechanics, security, and getting quite big, and also industries that are tackled like maritime industry. Like some companies in this program also tackle it, which is great. So I see quite interesting maturity. I see maturity. I see founders with really much more preparation when it comes down to uh, to create products with Web3 and inherit it in the same time AI. And on that note, on the AI, I can say that again maybe about 30 to 40% of the startups here already are utilizing AI agents, and they have something in their product related to AI agents, which is great. I think that is a great trend, and they're on the right track.
Right, yeah. What I think about this new DeepSeek AI, I'm sure you have been following that. So there's like AI competition going on, and
Yeah.
is it basically like a copy of Chat GPT, or and how do you see like the market evolving?
Uh, well, it's very important to note that uh, like DeepSeek has been built with a fraction of what OpenAI has been done with. So true that the DeepSeek has been learning from a lot from ChatGPT and also from OpenAI and so forth. But in the end of the day, the actual kernels, the actual execution for more effective prompting and usage of less tokens, meaning less usage of power, creates a much more interesting DeepSeek use cases. And again, it's all about the use cases. Now you can run some part of DeepSeek you can run on your computer. You can also, in the future, maybe you can create. Well, I've seen people that could actually run it, or the full one could be run on maybe purely consumer-based electronics that you can buy from the store,
Yeah,
which is great. And apart from that, I think that also shows how China is showing strength in not only hardware but software development.
yeah, yeah,
And since it's open source, I think they also proved that if you give the value as an open source, you'll have much faster and probably more effective in the long run market penetration
yeah,
in comparison what actually OpenAI wants to do.
yeah,
So there is where I think the cookie crumbles for AI. But it's very exciting, and very soon there's also Qwen, there's Alibaba, and there's other players that actually do quite good already reasoning and agents. You can run very good agents with those models for fractional money for free,
yeah,
and that is great.
yeah, yeah. Sounds interesting. Yeah, yeah. So like competition is getting tighter between East and West, and
Yeah.
US was a dominant player in the AI scene, but now we're seeing more competition and
Mhm.
getting
The
interesting.
question is more what Europe does, right?
Yes, yeah,
We are like, what are we doing, right? Are we going to do
Yes.
some more regulations again, or are we going to
Yeah.
keep building and promoting our startups culture and the
Yeah.
entrepreneurs? Is Europe going to stop chasing entrepreneurs out of the countries?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is where the big questions lies in you for European in the European context of actually this race.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now, it looks like innovation is happening elsewhere than Europe, and Europe is a bit
Yeah,
like in between. It's like a lot of catching up.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not the first is not that you. I'd say it's not that technology is you're out. How to say you're losing the race of technological race.
Yeah.
You're actually first losing the people. You're
Yes.
losing the brains.
Yeah.
Then you lose the technology. So this is where I think that I think Europe has to and European leadership needs to think about.
Yes. For sure. For sure. But yeah, yesterday we had this like huge liquidated event, and like over 2 billion USD was liquidated in the crypto market. And this was about this is basically about the tariffs of the US, or Donald John Trump's government, or like how do you see the market? So basically, like Bitcoin bounced back after that above 100K, and it seems okay for now. And now we're seeing that China is placing its new tariffs and stuff like that. But yeah, do you still see like a growth ahead in the crypto market? So how do you see it, George? Or do we still have room to
Mm,
grow before?
well, that is the question, as they say in Asia.
Yeah, that's the question. Yeah.
That is the question. No, I do of course see a growth in the long term. In the short term, 2025 will. I think we mentioned it already. Will be a lot about like how inflation is picking up,
Yeah.
how governments will dealing with, and what will happen to the stock market. My guess is that we will not get that big bull run that we expected. And, it's okay. That's my kind of a safe bet here. Could be,
Yeah.
but if we have an economical, let's say again, um, slowdown, then we cannot expect that risk assets will be perform good.
Yeah.
That goes also for investing in startups, doing some ventures, and crypto. That is always the case. Of course, good companies will be funded always, no matter the markets. But yeah, I'm cautious this year, and I see like we that in our report for 2025. I see some things playing out, like versus China.
Yeah.
The robots there and what happens to the tech stocks there. I see what happens also to agentic AI and things like that. So
Yeah.
also for Bitcoin as well. Like I, I for the time being, I'll stick to my target of 130 as a good benchmark for this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go higher grade. If not, then, then we know.
Yeah. 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 We could easily like reach 150K this year, but let's see. Like I also feel that this is like early Trump's term currently, and he like I think he wants to see Bitcoin or like the stock market rising at the end of his term, and we could even see like a correction like early in his period. But let's see. Like
Possible, but he doesn't. Well, he also doesn't want to start like that.
yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. That's right.
As a great communicator and people person.
Yeah. Yes. Correct. Yeah. Yeah. So we are now kind of like seeing this like a trade war igniting maybe, and tariffs going to many directions, and Trump threatened to tariff Mexico and Canada yesterday, but then I guess like the decision was postponed like 30 days, and he has a lot of demands considering like drug trade and security and everything like this. So obviously, like when Trump's government demands tariffs, that's going to be um, uh, like volatile thing to markets. But yeah, it's a yeah. But he's like he has this own kind of like rhetoric, and I think Trump is kind of like following this madman theory by Richard Nixon back in the day. So he kind of like to wants to be considered as a volatile guy, Trump himself. So then he can like make better deals. He can negotiate better. So yeah, if the like the counterparty sees you as kind of like unpredictable and volatile guy, then you have a better position at negotiating things.
There's some truth in this because a lot of what he says is PR.
Yes.
What he does is a completely different thing, and he knows how to create the hype, create the inertia in media before he goes to a deal with somebody.
Yes, that's right.
And he uses that his power for that, and his methods are like that. So that's why when he proposes usually something, then usually people accept it first because they don't know if they're gonna be a second proposition or better deal.
Yeah.
So right, I don't know. It's he likes to bluff.
Yes.
To some extent, of course, but and I'm not sure like how markets will react to his new kind of bluffs. Then the previous term was okay, but now I'm pretty sure he wants to, and markets prefer him than anybody else. But let's see.
Yes, yeah, art of the deal. So he has a very different approach if you compare to Biden and previous presidents. So let's see. Yeah. So far it's been good for Bitcoin, and but we'll see. Like probably volatility ahead still. And today we are going to have a big event. David Sachs, the U.S. AI and crypto czar, is going to have a press conference. It will be 2:30 Eastern time US, and it will be like evening time Europe back then. But there's a lot of anticipation going on, and it will be about like Congress will work together to secure America as a leader in the digital asset ecosystem. So we are talking about big things. Could there be some kind of new reserve happening or something like that? Maybe we're going to have the Bitcoin reserve finally materializing. I don't know, something like that. But
yeah, they do have many ways to keep the crypto, and they do have also a lot of crypto by seized. So
yeah.
I think it's more about like really officially like restating what US is trying to do with digital assets.
Yeah.
Their stance about it.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like, and this is more like a thing that would you why now? Like why now when the price is relatively high as well? Like you probably want to do this process more gradually, like accumulating, maybe doing it already something on a sideline to actually accumulate the bitcoins and only announce it when you have them.
Yes.
Like this is what I'm saying is against this PR game that they play. Like, okay, there will be a Bitcoin reserve, but they have already a lot of Bitcoins. Technically, they have already a lot of Bitcoins, right? So what are we talking about here? Like, are you gonna sign the bill or when are you gonna? So they might sign the bill or whatever in 2 years when Bitcoin is at 50K. Right? So they will just confirm it. Oh, actually, this is the reserve. Right? So this is where
there's like a rumor going around that it will be the new sovereign wealth fund. So there will be a new fund, probably including Bitcoin. So interesting things. But they have like many announcements going on, and we'll see. but very good PR game, as you said.
Question of timing. Question of timing. Why now? Right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think Trump want to keep the thing rolling because he had his own token launch and everything. So he's pretty heavily invested in crypto. So he needs to kind of like have these announcements, because otherwise the thing will go quiet, right? So he needs new announcements about the industry. But we had the sell off yesterday. Not much going on here. We still have like this resistance area at 110k. It will be difficult to penetrate that, but it's possible in future. Like if you look at the market in a broader view from like vantage point, we are now moving into this distribution cycle. So basically, like we had huge accumulation in 23 and 24, and now I think we're going to have like this sell off at some point, but nobody knows when. It could be in February, or then in next quarters, maybe Q2, Q3. It could, if something massive happens, it could even go beyond that. But at some point, we're going to have this like sell off event because
Can you elaborate a bit why the distribution cycle is at that point?
It's like it's part of these like Bitcoin's classic cycles. So there's always this like acclimation cycle, and like I'm just like applying the Dow theory here. So it's what is going to happen. But like I'm not saying that I can time it perfectly. So I think we still have some upside potential ahead. But if you want to trade Bitcoin, if you want to sell high and buy low, I guess there will be like this distribution cycle ahead, probably this year, probably, and then we are going to have like lower spot levels and new accumulation cycle, and then the new distribution. This is usually how it goes, but as said, it's pretty difficult to time it right, and but it's so at some point we're going to have a correction because we didn't have a real correction yet since like late 22 when we had this FTX crisis. So it's been up only since the FTX crisis. But that's that. And if you look at support, like Bitcoin support is at 88k USD. So if it corrects, then that will act as the support. So 88, 90k will be the support level. And what else? Funding rate is very low. So in that sense, we would have a lot of room for spot to increase still, even to 150k. But it depends on a lot of things. Political, geopolitical, macro level things. So we'll see. But interesting market, and do you have anything to add, George, or do you have any?
Well, the Bitcoin dominance actually is still relatively high.
Yes.
That is something that kind of in comparison to alts are, we expect that also alts will perform somehow, but that is not maybe the case this time.
Yeah.
There could maybe some of them performing well, but not in general. The alt market will not. Maybe it will in 2025 will not be able to capture more percentages in the Bitcoin dominance.
Yes.
Which might be an interesting trend because 2025 will be also the year of the biggest unlocks for all our altcoins. This is just something that we have to be aware, and we have 6,000 tokens already on the market, so that is a big number.
Yes.
And the money out there cannot also accommodate this amount of tokens. So there is just there's just too much tokens maybe. That's why it's just too diluted, and we cannot see a real, I'll say, real push by
Yeah.
the altcoin. That's pretty much it on this.
That's an excellent point, and I was also thinking about that we have a lot of like altcoin supply, a lot of token supply, and now we have these meme coins, like political meme coins, and
Yeah,
the demand is not
yeah,
not that high, and I think like a lot of the demand went to Trump coin and Melania coin and these things, and
yeah,
like the supply is basically infinite, and it's not like
yeah,
Bitcoin. You have, theoretically 21 million coins, but like you can we could like even create George coin and try to pump it
yeah,
easily. But yeah, this is the point, that it's like market is pretty
yeah,
saturated, and I think also there was this thesis that this era we had before, that like everything would go up, like in 17 cycle, even 21 cycle,
hmm,
we had like everything Dogecoin to Cardano to
hmm,
everything
hmm,
like correlated with Bitcoin and went up. But now the
hmm,
market is saturated, but we are kind of like past this phase, and now you need to kind of like pick your winners, and only like selected ones will
yeah.
actually
Actually,
go up.
actually, that's a very interesting point, because when we compare this to the maybe this is the point of maturity where we compare it
Yes.
to stock markets, for instance. And
Yeah.
I mean, because of the fact that so many stocks are out there and people actually investigate, and people, so that means like some stocks will perform good. They will
Yes.
perform good and better. I mean, not that saying that crypto is stocks, but I'm saying that just market dynamic. Just purely, if we just in for time being, we forget what assets we're trading, and we just
Yeah.
focus on market dynamic, we'll see that there's a tipping point of maybe, I don't know, 10,000, 20,000 tickers,
Yeah.
and afterwards, that it's impossible for them, all of them, to go up. I
Yeah.
agree
Yeah.
with you. It's just, it's not, and it's also, the market dynamic also doesn't allow it, in a way that people
Yeah.
just don't actors don't like that. They do contra trades, right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Very well said, sir. Yeah, I
it
also
is
agree.
within a moment where probably, yeah, we will have, how to say, a phase where probably next cycle we will have actually a phase of less, maybe altcoins,
Yeah.
and a more stronger ecosystems around Bitcoin
Yeah.
and some of the old kind of players out there. So that could be it as a next. That could be as a next also phase for the whole market.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I also see
Sorry to spoil the
this.
party, but
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. You're correct. I also say there's like a divergence between Bitcoin and maybe some like premium meme coins. Okay, Trump coins performance hasn't been that great recently, but like yeah, it's impossible for everyone to win at the same time at this point with this infinite supply, and
Mhm,
that's like before, when the market
mhm,
was small, it was possible for everything to go
mhm,
right.
mhm.
And it's, as you said, like it's well said, that it's also about the like maturing markets. Market is now
Yeah.
mature.
Mhm.
That's very well said. um, Excellent point,
So,
sir.
all right.
Yeah, we have now talked for 24 minutes soon, and we can wrap this up as usual. A pleasure to have you as a guest here, George, and
Thank you so
enjoy
much. Amen.
Bali in
Thank you so
Indonesia.
much.
And
Do visit us at Mint Ventures XYZ, and
yes,
do look up as our on the website as well.
I will add it to the show notes. And as usual, don't forget to check our partner Quarnax. I will add the link to the show notes. Have a nice day, everybody, and see you soon again.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.